Yo, what's up, fuckers? Want to give you an update real quick. It's Friday, June 21st. I've been trading like a motherfucker all summer, so figured I'd share some knowledge with you guys. Um, Yesterday, the market. This is the SPY, right? This is the general market. Broke out to all-time highs yesterday. The former high was 294.95. We got up to 296.31 yesterday. We're just below that right now. We're at 294. So from the looks of things and all the news, all the shit, it looks like we're gonna break out of this, sort of this long-term bounce back and forth trend and create a kind of a new thing going on here. The volume is really good, so instead of bouncing off and then crashing, unless Trump does some crazy shit, it looks like this is gonna start going up. So where the SPY goes, so does the whole market. I usually look at the SPY and then I look at the QQQs. These are fucking Apple, Google, Amazon, all the high flyer stocks, right? So this is where all the money is basically. And then the SPY is just the general market. So everything's looking pretty good for the next, I don't know, months, years, whatever. So now I'll talk about the stocks that I brought up a couple weeks ago. ELY, probably Tyson's favorite stock. So even if you don't know jack shit about stocks and charts and patterns and all this shit, this just looks like something's gonna go up, right? On the weekly, from what I can tell, what probably happened is that a couple of investment firms probably sold off right here because they wanted to buy back in at a lower price. So they probably forced the price down here, sold all their shares, and then fucking came in and just bought the shit out of everything. So if I were you, I'd probably load up on this stock, man. This is looking fucking great. This is a weekly chart. The most recent highs back in September were 24 bucks. All-time highs. I think this was like a conglomerate of some sort. Back in here, I don't know when they bought Callaway or they turned it into something or whatever, but I think it was something different back here. But the all-time highs are 38. So this is a huge cup and handle. So this is like bullish as fuck, right? So it broke, this sort of these highs back in September. It's taking a break, kind of fucked with everybody for a while, and then bam, the funds came in. Golf is huge. Tiger's back. Everybody has a fucking hard on for golf right now, right? It's fucking huge. So this is a cheap stock, 18 bucks. Don't be a bitch. Make some money. Fucking send me a thank you card in a couple of years. Buy me some new fucking Callaway golf clubs. Boom. ELF. This is what your girlfriends and wives wear all the time. Makeup company. It's looking good. I brought it up to you guys back in the 10s, 11s area. It's breaking this long-term trend line and staying above it, staying above the 200-day moving average. That's this purple line. The blue line is the 50-day. It's the first time in ever it stayed above both of them. Along with that, it has a good bottoming pattern right here. Reverse head and shoulders. Shoulder, head, shoulder, boom. In the short term, I think we have a pretty good move coming. I've been fucking around with stocks for about 10 years, and for whatever reason, the only thing consistent I found is that stocks move in ABC patterns. What that means is that, A to B, and then it rests on C, and then it goes to D. So basically, A to B should equal C to D. It's not exact science, but I don't know if the fucking algorithms with the funds do something with it, but this is the only thing that I've seen that's consistent. So this is how I trade, is basically I trade when it goes from A to B, and then if it rests on lower volume, which this did, and it comes up on bigger volume, as soon as it breaks this B, that's where I jump in. Because I'm expecting to move from, this was at 10 bucks to 12.50s. This is a 250 move on great volume, rested on low volume. So from this area, the $12 area, I'm expecting a $2.50 move to about 14.50s. So if that makes sense to you, you can see also even a bigger ABC pattern. It bottomed out around, what, about 750s on this area, and it went on a fucking tear. With all this volume, these are funds getting back into this, right? So from March to May, April, went on a $6 run, came down, rested, I think this is an ER, comes down, and it keeps at least half of this move, right? So that's probably 50% retracement right there of this move. And then boom, it shoots up, rests. So if this is the long-term A, this is a long-term B, this is the C, and from this point I'm expecting a $6 move, which would be around the 16s area. So it happens that at 1685-ish, there's the price level where it bounced off of. Came down, popped up, broke it, challenged it again. So this is resistance. So I'm looking around this area to kind of, take profit. I'll start taking profit in here, but shit, this is probably going to move around here somewhere, and then over the long term, I think it's going to, I think all-time highs when it IPO'd was 30 bucks. I think this is eventually going to go, up here. Let me bring up, I think Maurice bought Tesla the other day. I know a lot of you guys are looking at this fucking thing. This is crazy ass chart. I'm taking a rest. Even though we broke all-time highs yesterday, it kind of fell. It's picking back up today. It's up 250. So if you can tell, this is a lot like ELF. It's been getting his ass kicked below the 50 and the 200 day forever. It's finally creating a bottoming pattern right here, right? So Tesla's a crazy stock. It can do one of these. It can move $50, $100 in a fucking week. So unlike ELF, that's what it can do. ELF's a cheap stock. This is a stock where you can get your fucking tits blown off in a matter of a day. Or you can get fucking go broke. But this is the future stock. This is going to be, what I think from all the research I've done, this is going to be, Amazon, Google type stock, thousands of dollars. But what it has to do is that it has to create a bottoming pattern, just like ELF. ELF got his ass kicked, created a bottoming pattern, faked everybody out down here, and then said, fuck you, right? Tesla's going to do something of the same. The difference is that a lot more eyes are on Tesla, right? So I think it's going to do some sort of a bottoming pattern here, and it's going to say, fuck you one day. So don't be in a rush to buy this, but at the same time, you guys need to level in this thing, 5 shares here, 5 shares there. I think if you get, your shares somewhere in the $200 range, whether it's low 200s, upper 175s, because if this isn't hold, if 175 doesn't hold, it's going to come back to fucking 2016's area, which is the 147s. If it fucking drops from there, it's going to go back to 117s. Doesn't hold that, 87. If it doesn't hold that, it's going to go to 60s. Now, I don't think that's going to happen, but technically it can. So if you can, buy 5 shares here and there, man, it's, put $1,000 every month for the next, few weeks or months, whatever. Try to get, 25, 50 shares. Fucking stop doing cocaine and hookers for a little while and think about your fucking future, you fucks. Because this is the future, man. No bullshit. those cars are ridiculous. Solar panels, boring company, fucking Elon Musk is a fucking genius. So this is eventually going to go up. If you want something safer that's a lot more stable, and you have some money in like your retirement fund that you don't even touch, and if you want to outperform that fucking piece of shit, Adobe. I got in this yesterday because it broke all-time highs on huge volume, right? I'm gonna show you this weekly chart. This is just like a fucking elephant lumbering stock. You know, it's gone up forever, right? Well, it's been stuck in this trading range for about almost a year and a half or so. It broke above 290s yesterday on fucking huge volume. It challenged it right here back a few months ago, 2 months ago. Came up on 15.9 million shares. All you know, the volume is right here. So back April 29th, it challenged it that week, 15.9 shares, and it broke it this week. And it's still Friday, so there's still another 5 hours left in this trading week. So it's already at 23 million shares. This is gone, man. So I jumped in yesterday. I have a bunch of call options, but this is going to create another one of these. You know, it's breaking this, and it might retest it down here at 290s. But long term, if you want to say fuck you to your IRA and outdo it, I think it's going to go to about 350s over the next months or so, month, 2 months, 3 months. But again, this is a way to make some extra cash. So in a few months or years, fucking send me some golf clubs. Say thank you. You have any questions? Go fuck yourself. Peace.